There's something special about watching a piece of wood come to life in your hands. Maybe it's the texture, maybe it's the smell of freshly cut wood, or just the satisfaction of turning something raw into something beautiful. But what really stands out is how simple ideas can turn into amazing decor pieces for your home. And here's the good news. You don't need to be a pro carpenter to do this. Today, you're going to discover creative woodworking ideas that are perfect for home decor, and the best part, you can build them with basic tools, a small budget, and even reclaimed wood. Let's start with one of the easiest and most impressive, a minimalist floating shelf. You've seen them in design magazines or all over Pinterest. They look high-end, but they're incredibly simple to make. Just one clean-cut board, a couple of hidden brackets, and boom, you've got a modern, sleek display shelf for books, plants, or art. What makes this project so satisfying is the level of polish you can achieve with just a few adjustments. Get the cuts right, align the brackets properly, give it a smooth finish, and suddenly, your wall looks like it was decorated by a professional designer. This kind of project also helps you develop an eye for detail, understanding how wood moves, how to level it correctly, how to apply a clean finish. These are the skills that elevate your work from basic to brilliant. Now, if you love greenery, here's a project you'll enjoy. Rustic plant stands. You can build these with scrap wood, even leftovers from an old pallet or 2x4 south from your last garage cleanup. The final piece looks fantastic. Imagine a 3-tiered wooden stand with a burn finish or a smooth sanded look, holding vibrant houseplants like ferns or just that setup adds warmth and texture to a corner of your living room or porch. These stands also make amazing gifts. You build it, seal it, tie a simple ribbon around it, and give someone something personal, something made with care. And honestly, in today's world of mass-produced everything, handmade gifts carry real emotional value. Another project that transforms any space is a wooden slat wall panel. This can go from basic just a few vertical boards side by side to something really artistic with angles, patterns, or geometric designs. A great tip here is to mix and match wood tones. Use different stains or paint some of the slats to create contrast and dimension. These panels are perfect behind your bed, in your living room, or even in your home office, and they completely shift the energy of the space. Wood adds warmth. If your room feels cold or bland, a wooden feature wall changes the game, and the cost, way lower than most store-bought decor with half the charm. Now, if you're looking for a smaller, more delicate project, think about wooden candle holders. This one's super simple but packed with charm. Take a thicker block of wood, drill a hole just wide enough for a tea light, and finish it with food-safe oil or a nice matte sealant. Want to make it extra personal? Burn a word or symbol onto it, using a wood-burning pen. It's perfect for your dinner table, nightstand, or even as a gift set. And here's a bonus. These kinds of pieces actually sell well online. If you ever think about turning woodworking into a side hustle, small items like this are easy to make and easy to ship. Let's look at one more that blends creativity and style: a pallet wood art piece. You take cut-up pieces of pallet wood, arrange them into a pattern, glue them onto a base, and boom, you've got wall art. You can stencil a word, paint a shape, or even go abstract. The rustic texture of pallet wood makes every piece look like it came straight out of a boutique craft market. Why pallets? Because they're easy to find, usually free, and full of character. When you sand them down and finish them right, they tell a story. You're taking something that was headed for the landfill and turning it into something worth hanging on your wall. Here's the thing, though, these ideas become way easier when you've got access to clear, proven project plans. Having solid instructions, knowing exactly what materials to buy, where to cut, how to assemble it saves time, frustration, and mistakes. And let's be honest, nothing kills motivation like wasting good wood on a bad cut. That's why it's so helpful to have access to detailed guides. If you're serious about learning, or if you're even thinking about selling your work someday, I highly recommend checking out the resource I've linked in the description. It's packed with thousands of woodworking plans, organized, easy to follow, and designed for real people, not just expert-level woodworkers. These are the kinds of ideas that keep you inspired. You see what's possible, and suddenly your garage, basement, or even your small backyard workspace becomes a place of creativity. Back to the builds. Tools matter, but not as much as you might think. You don't need a full workshop to get started. A circular saw, a drill, and a sander can take you surprisingly far. You'd be shocked how many beautiful projects you can complete with just those 3 tools. And even if you don't have those yet, many of these projects can be started with hand tools. Don't wait for the perfect setup, just start. Because the act of building teaches you more than any video or tutorial ever could. One area that really separates amateur from polished is the finish. You can have a well-built piece, but if the edges are rough, the stain is uneven, or the screws are showing, it loses that wow factor. So, take your time, sand thoroughly, apply your stain or sealant evenly, tape off areas if you're painting. Those extra steps show care and people notice. Woodworking has something a lot of hobbies don't. It grounds you. You stop scrolling. You stop checking emails. You pick up a piece of wood and you create. You shape it. You bring an idea into the real world, and that's powerful. It clears your mind, reduces stress, and gives you something to be proud of. If you're thinking you're not good with tools, that this isn't for you, forget that. No one starts out knowing how to cut, drill, or measure. Everyone learns, and the only way to learn is to build. Every shelf you hang, every planter you finish, every piece you sand, you get better. The difference between someone who dreams and someone who builds is action, so don't overthink it. Start with one small project. Use what you've got. Reuse old wood. Don't worry if it's perfect. Just build. And when you see the final result, when you stand back and realize you made that, that's the moment it all makes sense. And if you want a shortcut, if you want a library of proven, beginner-friendly plans to guide you step by step, go check out the link in the description. Trust MIT makes a huge difference when you don't have to guess. Your home can be a reflection of your creativity. Your time can become something tangible, and your skills will grow with every cut, every nail, every finished piece. All it takes is that first build.